Hello, and welcome to the weekly moon update for the week of August 21st through the 27th. We have a first quarter moon week, but before we get into the moon energy, we also have no community events this week. I have some family visiting, and it's also my birthday week, and I just need to take some time off of streaming. So, I'll keep you posted when we will get things back up and running. But as for now, I'm just going to be taking a little hiatus from streaming for a while. However, I do have something very excited to share with you in this week's video. So let's get into it. So, I got a little bit too excited about using this new feature. I'm trying to learn this new technology. Obviously, I haven't figured it out yet. I think my problem is just right now that my pen isn't charged all the way. So hopefully, like it started doing these crazy lines, the like black and purple line that you see there. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I was trying to color in the moon phases and add in the void of course times, but it kept like being super wonky. And I also need to learn how to write properly on here. So, anyways, this is the digital Just a Phase Moon Planner. I finally have a way where I have all of the equipment and compatibility. But anyways, I was so excited to use it with you guys today that I didn't wait for everything to charge and all of that. So, anyways, next week we'll hopefully I'll have it perfected. But for this week, as you can see, we have a waxing crescent moon at the beginning of the week. We have a first quarter moon on Thursday, and then we have a waxing gibbous moon for the rest of the week. So because we had the new moon last week, we are gradually increasing with light and energy. So as you can see, we on Monday we're transitioning between Libra and Scorpio. So we don't start transitioning until 4:30 p.m. and we'll move into Scorpio at 7:22 p.m. So any leftover like balance you need to create in your life, do that Monday morning before 4:30 p.m. because then we are going to be transitioning into Scorpio. So as you can see, we have Scorpio on Tuesday. So we'll be in Scorpio energy for the end of Monday and the beginning of Tuesday. And I'm going to color that back in, hopefully not as dark. Wow, so cool. Isn't it cool? So we'll be in Scorpio for end of Monday into Tuesday and all of Wednesday. And then we won't start transitioning until really early Thursday morning. Scorpio energy is water energy. We are nearing Scorpio season. Scorpio's season's in the middle of fall. We have Halloween, All Hallows Eve around that day. So this is kind of like, I was thinking about Scorpio energy the other day, and just kind of went back to the basics of looking at the sign or the symbol. Like, think of a scorpion. Like, if you were to encounter a scorpion in your life right now, like if you saw one like walking across your yard or something, I'd be scared of it, but I'd also be attracted to it at the same time. Like you want to investigate it and like see how it interacts and you just like they're very fascinating creatures, but they're also a little bit scary at the same time. So Scorpio energy is like that shadow energy and that shadow season that is Scorpio season is like you're attracted to it, it's magnetic, you're drawn to it. But it's also a little bit dark and a little bit scary. So this moon time and the Scorpio season is a time where we kind of want to investigate the darker sides. If emotions end up coming up for you, you want to kind of explore it and see if you can heal it or integrate it. Because fall is the season of like integration of allowing things to fall off, like the dead leaves, and making room for new things to come in later. So it's that decomposition time of year. And actually, technically, this kind of starts with Libra. Libra is like, okay, what needs to go? What needs to stay? How are we going to balance these scales out? And then Scorpio helps us clear and release the things that we decided that we don't need anymore. But we decided that through the Libra energy. So, anyways, Thursday morning, I think that was supposed to be this is when the pen started being kind of funky. That's supposed to be 109, I think. Let's see if I can do this again. Yeah, it was 109 a.m. Thursday morning. So 109 a.m. until 4:08, and that's when we're moving into Sagittarius, and that's our first quarter energy. This is half lit and increasing. I look at a first quarter as half full. So, like, being kind of positive and optimistic about things. And Sagittarius is at the end of the year when we're kind of reflecting back on the previous year and looking ahead. So, what direction are you going and where are you aiming? Where are you aiming your arrow? And that's because we've let go of and released with Scorpio. And now we're like, okay, what do I want next? So the quarters also mark a significant part of your birth year. So if you are a Sagittarius, this is technically your last quarter phase of your birthday moon cycle. So for Sagittarius, this is kind of like closing out the year. Like, how do you want to finish up the rest of the year before you start things fresh and new on your birthday? And then on Saturday, we move into Capricorn. I should be having that charging. Saturday morning, we'll move into Capricorn. Not as early as on Thursday, but was that say 7 of I can't even read my own handwriting. 7:55 a.m. To 9:06 a.m. is when the moon is transitioning from Sagittarius into Capricorn. So now that you've kind of cleansed, released, found direction, Capricorn is going to set the stage for how do we get these things done. So this is planning, getting ready, and taking those steps towards whatever your intentions were on the new moon. So just to recap this week, we have a last minute air energy to kind of clear our heads and clear our minds before we move into the water energy to cleanse and release. And then fire energy can help activate us a little bit, point us in the right direction. And then Capricorn is going to give us that foundation from which to move forward. So the energy of this week goes from air, water, fire to earth. And I promise to have this set up a little bit better for you next week. Let's see what oracle messages we have for today. All right. So for some reason, I was drawn to this deck, Odin and the Nine Realms Oracle. And I'm honestly not sure how to pronounce this card. Gift, the keywords for this one is partnership and marriage. Your first partnership is with yourself, a union within you, the male and female aspects in harmony. Gift is the bringer of gifts and lets you know you are to be blessed with a union or partnership. Be mindful to hold up your half of the sky, for in any partnership, you must take responsibility for your part. This partnership could be a love relationship or one in business. Either way, remember not to lose yourself in the depth of the connection or hand over your power. Since Gift reflects both sides equally, there is no Merc stave or reverse position, but keep in mind the importance of maintaining balance. Oh, that's interesting. So this oracle deck uses reversals, which they call Merc stave. But this card cannot be, or even if you pull this card reversed, it still has the same meaning, which is really kind of cool. And actually, if you are looking at the rune, you really can't have it be upside down or reversed. I think that this is a really wonderful card for the week after the new moon, because a lot of times we set intentions on the new moon, specifically a Leo moon, regarding things around yourself, being true and authentic to yourself, being loyal to yourself, and loyal to your dreams and your goals, and feeling empowered and encouraged, and focusing on the self, because that's what Leo does. So I love that this is speaking to the partnership within yourself, and taking this week with the Sagittarius first quarter of how to really stay connected while still heading in that direction that you're going. Our chakra card is receptivity. When someone shares their truth with you, listen. Open channels for divine wisdom to flow both toward you and through you. Something or someone seeks your attention right now. Remember that even animal spirit allies can be messengers of wisdom from the higher dimensions. Be open to the messages as they come in whatever form, and ask for clarity if needed as you integrate what you receive. So, this is talking about gifts and like being open to giving and receiving energy. And um, I'm also getting another message, but I'm trying to finish this first thought. Just relationships in general, while we are making our way through the Venus retrograde, is remembering that both partners have to contribute at least 50%. And when one of you is doing 90% of the work and the other one's only doing 10%, there has to be this balance. And hopefully the Libra energy can help you maintain that balance. If there's a day where like you're having to do more than your partner, then there has to be another day where they are doing more for you. There has to be this balance. Like, it's never always gonna be 50-50, but it has to go back and forth, and then there has to be an equal exchange with all relationships, with friendships, with family members, with your loved ones and your partner. And also just being open to receiving love is so important and so significant, and I think especially a lot of us in the tarot community who want to give and give and give and give, we oftentimes forget to accept. I also feel like this is a very personal message because I don't like receiving gifts, but if people give you gifts on your birthday, and it just makes me uncomfortable, and I'm trying really hard to be more open to that. The other thing that I felt called to mention is that I'm filming this on Saturday, airing it on Sunday. But we did a guided meditation sending healing energy to Hawaii in Medium Jenny Lee's stream. Hi, Medium Jenny Lee, if you're watching, last night on Friday night. And uh, she walked us through this meditation of sending different specific things that everybody who was involved in the meditation wanted to specifically send to Maui and the people there and the people who have passed, and to it was a really beautiful practice and something I've been intending to do for a really long time, because I can't stop following what's happening in Maui, and I can't it's really taking a toll on my mental health, and I usually don't pay attention to the news, but for whatever reason I'm really really stuck. I just can't stop. Um so I've been wanting to be sending energy, and I sent Reiki energy. But anyways, long story short, um, at the very end of it, I felt that I was receiving something back. And I feel like this is really speaking to that, because I think while I say a lot of us in the tarot community are constantly giving, 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 and not receiving, I do also think that there are people out there who have totally shut off themselves from giving. I think there's a lot of people out there that are just like, I'm not giving anymore because I've given so much in the past and have gotten nothing back. So it was just this immediate of, if you give something, you will receive it back. And I don't know where that energy was coming from. Um, whether it was like guides, angels, or if it was like the energy of Hawaii itself giving it back. Because there was this general consensus that the land will heal itself. It's more, will the people be able to stay there, which I think is very important and significant, especially because all of our human ancient history perhaps originated in Hawaii if you believe that Hawaii is part of was part of Atlantis and or Lemuria. So there's like lots of very powerful energy within the land and the islands themselves. And I don't know if maybe that was that energy coming back because we were sending the energy to the land, and the land was maybe sending it back to us. I don't know what that was, but it was just a very instant reminder that what you put out, you will receive back to you. And I think that's a lesson for both those of us who give too much and those of us who have stopped giving for whatever reasons and maybe feel encouraged to heal that trauma so that you are open to receiving and giving again. So, what a beautiful message for this week. I really appreciate you understanding my need to kind of just regroup and reset. I do have a lot of things that I'm excited about sharing with you, but I do feel like I'm doing too much and not getting much back in return. So I just need to limit the things that I'm doing, figuring out how to make this work, and I'm totally open to suggestions. If anybody can help help me figure out how to make this work, I'm totally open to suggestions. So I really appreciate your support. I'm not like disappearing off the face of the planet. I even have videos like ready to go. It's just I just haven't energetically been feeling strong enough to be live streaming at this time. I don't know what it is. I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out, and I appreciate you giving me the time and space to figure it out. And I really do need to focus on finishing the planner if this is something. I mean, the planner is something that I cannot live without. So I'm just like, am I just creating this for myself, or do I still want to take the time, energy, and effort to like put it out for the public? So I'm trying to figure out the best way that I can do that without depleting my resources. Um, but I'm doing the best that I can. And like I said, I'm open to suggestions. Okay, I hope you have I hope you have a good week. I'm so excited to be using this feature on here. We can plan together and it's gonna be awesome. Because I know like my camera just barely picks up any of the details anyways. So I'm so excited to be able to share this with you. I hope you have a wonderful week and thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you so much. Okay, so we'll say, whoops. Okay, let me make this bigger. We'll say 4:30 if halfway is like noonish. We'll say 4:30 is like here. Okay. So, whoops. Oh no. What just happened? So we'll just say 4:30 is here. Void, of course, at 4:30. Whoa. Cool. What just happened? Ugh. Why is it doing that?